Hello everyone, John here, aka MrJozza. It's a shame my ad-lib outdoor video didn't really fly for those of you who caught it before I took it down, but I'm here to provide content, so here I go. Welcome to Bitcoin Lookahead number 19. After a very impressive rally to 5k, yeah, perfectly hit target on my fib extension I might add, we have a large retracement on Bitcoin ban news from China. I'm not really sure which time it is anymore, but somewhere in the double digits, and presto, here we are back at the 4200s again. The last several weeks have formed an inverted head and shoulders here, then a rounding bottom. While not very clear, this is typical of an Adam and Eve double bottom pattern, if this large sell-off was not present on the left. An Adam and Eve conforms to the same rule as a double bottom pattern, as I said, with a peak between Adam and Eve being the neckline. Once this has been broken, this is typically confirmation of a reversal. Back to what I've said in a previous video, however, the tail does not wag the dog on these technical analysis formations. To visualize how this pattern occurs, we have a drop where capitulation occurs. You'll see all over the forums with "I told you so" about the bubble popping, or more morbidly, the suicide hotline posted on the Bitcoin subreddit. I digress. A higher low where selling volume exhausts, and the first peak is where some hope returns. However, there are still a lot of traders trapped from buying earlier dips, and they're really hoping to get out at break even, so more selling occurs. There is a large period of consolidation. This is what's known as trend indecision. Then there's the inevitable Bitcoin upside test. If this breaks the first peak, this is confirmation of reversal, as the previous peak was a resistance zone. And there you go, that's how an Adam and Eve pattern may occur in the market. During this choppy zone, however, or even on a higher time frame between my marked support and resistance levels, it's important not to beat yourself up over not buying the exact bottom. While the market is oscillating between these kinds of levels, you can average down, also known as dollar cost averaging, into position. Now, Paul Tudor Jones is famous for his poster on the wall stating that losers average losers. I say a loser is somebody who buys a dip with the small risk adjusted position that you planned and dumps it at a loss when the price turns maybe a few dollars against you. That's emotional trading. Now, I'm not saying martingale yourself down till you liquidate your whole account, but make sure you scale your bid and ask orders in a heat map like fashion from where you would have placed your order, and keep your stop loss. No ifs and no buts on that. With limit orders comes lower fees, and you can really come out ahead, even market chop. The price is coming up now to the measured roll extension zone of this pseudo double bottom, or Adam and Eve. With the range of the price peak to the bottom being roughly $600, we can measure this upwards to an expected zone of resistance of around $4,700. The rule being that C equals B plus B minus A. In short, take your range, double it on the upside. For those familiar with bull flags, this is similar to the flagpole rule. This new measured move target does kinda closely match the previous resistance zone at 4700, so let's say that I'm personally looking for a retest at the top here. Now the OBV volume divergence TA you've seen before and I'm pretty famous for paints a pretty interesting story, especially since volume precedes price. I'm inclined to look for a big breakout here. The Bollinger Bands on the price may not indicate consolidation, however volume on BFX is swapped from making enormous swings to a very tightly consolidated pattern. And with consolidation comes the opportunity for enormous breakout. As pit stops in a coming breakout, I have the following support and resistance zones. For resistance on the upside, 4271 our previous peak, 4400, 4670 and 5000 our all-time high retest. Below us for support I have 4100, that's solid round number support there, 4025, close enough, 4000, more round number support, 3815, 3630, 3500, 3250, and this support goes all the way back to August, and 3k our capitulation bottom. Using the length of the broadest leg in the volume, the breakout may be in excess of $1,400 from our current price. This would mean an all-time high of 5,600 or a retest of 2,800 to 3,000 for additional support. Borrowing Mr. Bollinger's catchphrase here, say it is time to pay attention. A lot of altcoins are showing signs of strength too though. I'm anticipating some kind of new altcoin season. There's enormous profits to be made. Bitcoin sextupling in a year was very impressive, but many altcoins grew a couple extra zeros, if you know what I'm saying. With that in mind, I'm going to do part 2 and part 3 of altcoin speculation pretty soon. Probably going to be covering Litecoin and Dash. Thank you very much for listening and cheers. For more frequent updates, don't forget to follow my Twitter.